In this video, I'll explain the multiplication and division by powers of 10. Powers of 10 are the numbers 10, 100, 1000, etc. I'll start with the multiplication. To multiply by powers of 10, first, move the decimal point, if we have a decimal point, to the right. And be careful. In case of the multiplication, we have to move the decimal point to the right, because later we will see the division. We need to move the decimal point to the left by the same number of zeros in the power of 10. So if we have 10, we need to move the decimal point to the right only one place value. If we are multiplying by 100, then we need to move the decimal point to the right two place values. And what if we have no decimal point? Then we need to add zeros to the right to the number that we are multiplying with. How many zeros? The zeros equal to the number of zeros in the number that's power of 10. So if we have no decimal point and we are multiplying by 100, we need to add 0 to that number. If we are multiplying by 100, then we need to add 2 zeros to that number. Let me explain this using the following examples. 2 times 10. We have no decimal point, so directly 2 times 10 is equal to 20. 44 times 100. We have two zeros here. We need to add the 2 zeros to the number 44, so it's going to be 4400, and the number is 4,400. 2.4 times 10. We have a decimal point, so we need to add, since we are multiplying by 10 and 10 has only one zero, so we need to move this decimal point to the right one place value. So the answer is going to be 2 and 4, and then we need to add the decimal point. Since we have nothing after the decimal point, we need to add 0. So the answer is 24, and it can be written as 24. 3.89 times 10. Again, we are multiplying by 10. It has only one zero. We need to move this decimal point to the right one place value. So the answer is going to be 38, and then put the decimal point and put the rest of the numbers or digits that we have, which is only 9. Negative 39.671 times 10,000. Since we are multiplying by 10,000, so we have 4 zeros. So we need to move the decimal point to the right 4 decimal places. But we have only 3 decimal places. And the trick here is to add 0. So write negative 39671. As if we moved this 1 time, 2 times, 3 times, and then we need 0. And then we put the decimal point. And then we need to add what? To the right of the decimal point, add another 0. So the point was here. We moved it to here. 1, 2, 3, and then we add one more 0 just to move the decimal point to the right. Let's move to the division. To divide by powers of 10, first, move the decimal point to the left. Remember, in case of division, move the decimal point to the left by the same number of zeros in the powers of 10. So if we are divided by 10, move the decimal point to the left one time. If we are divided by 100, move the decimal point to the left 2 times, or 2 place values. What if we have no decimal point, like this? Then we should remove zeros. If we have zeros from the right of the number, how many zeros do we have to remove? Equal to what? Equal to the number of zeros in the number that's power of 10. Let me explain this with the following examples. 20 divided by 10. We have no decimal points here, so cancel this with this. 2 divided by 1 is equal to 44 divided by 10. We have no zeros now, but we know that 44 can be written as what? 4.0 divided by 10. So if you have no zeros, add the decimal point and then add 0. We know that in case of division by 10, we need to move the decimal point to the left one place value. So the answer is going to be 4.40, which is exactly as 4.4. 24 divided by 100. We know that 24 can be written 24.0 divided by 100. Then we need to move the decimal point to the left. How many times? 2 times. 1, 2. So it's point and then 240. As we did in the multiplication, so we need to add 0 to the left to the decimal point because nothing after it, so it's 0. And you know this 0 is, it can be removed, so the answer is going to be 0.24. 3.89 divided by 10. We know that this decimal point should be moved to the left one place value. So the answer is going to be 0.389. But since nothing to the left to the decimal point, we need to add 0. 965.4 divided by 10,000. How many zeros do we have here? We have 4 zeros. So we need to move the decimal point to the left 4 times, or 4 place values. 1, 2, 3. Nothing after the 9. Remember the trick, add 0. So we will add 0 and then the decimal point after it, 9,654. And since nothing after or to the left of the decimal point, so add 0. Please like and share the video. Also, please subscribe in the channel. Thanks for watching.